Hey guys, Mr. Graves here. This is the final video for Unit 5. Oh, thank God, 6 videos. It took me like a couple hours to do, but it's gonna get done. Thank God. Uh, we're gonna talk about different types of angles and use information and create an equation and then write and solve our solution. So this is kind of like basically like a summary of everything from Unit 5, where we talk about different kinds of angles. So for this one here, if you notice, this kind of angle is you have basically two angles that make up a right angle. So if it's a right angle, that means it's going to be 90 degrees. And if it's 90 degrees, this is going to be complementary. Remember, complementary measures up to be 90 degrees. So the key information is that we have something called the measure. We have 20 degrees, right? Then we have the x degrees. And then we have the fact that we have a right angle. That's our key information there. We have a right angle. This stuff will help us. Our equation is we're going to take both the x and 20 and make it equal to 90. So for our solution, obviously, we're going to subtract 20 on both sides. So x is going to equal 90 minus 20, which is 70 degrees. And of course, we know our answer is right because 70 plus 20 is indeed 90. And this is indeed a 90-degree angle. Okay. Now we're going to go to number 2. Now I'm going to change it up. We are going to specifically talk about vertical angles on number 2. I'm going to use, of course, a different color. If you look at on this one here, let me just number them for the sake of everything, right? 1, 2, and 3. On the second one here, notice that these two angles right here are kind of on top of one another. So that means that they are going to be considered a vertical angle. And the cool thing about a vertical angle is that they are actually equal to one another, equal to each other. Playing heavy metal in the background. Lovely. So the key information that we have here that's going to help us with this is we have one angle that we have the 2x plus 25, and then we have the other angle that's 50, but we know that they are going to be equal to each other. So I'm going to go ahead and do 2x plus 25 is equal to 50, right? I'm going to go ahead now and do my math. I'm going to subtract 25 on both sides. So 2x is going to equal 25. Divide both sides by 2. And x is going to be 12.5. Well, you know what? That doesn't really quite help me. I need to figure out what exactly is this 2x plus 25 is. So I plug in the fact that x is 12.5. I'm going to make sure I've circled that as my answer. 2 times 12.5 plus 25. Ha, look at that. 2 times 12 and 25 is 25, and 25 plus 25 is indeed 50. I was right. So this guy is also 50 degrees, and they're equal to one another, okay? They're also, by the way, acute angles as well, if you also want to write that down to get credit. Now, number 3, if you notice on number 3 here, both of these are on a straight line, right? And if they're on a straight line, we know both of them are going to equal 180 degrees. So on a straight line, which is 180 degrees, and since they're 180 degrees, that makes these supplementary. Supplementary. So that means that together, add them both together, they're going to give me 90 degrees. I'm sorry, not 90, 180 degrees. Well, what's wrong with me? It's been that kind of crazy day. So the information we have is that they're supplementary. Then we have the 60 degrees. Then we have the 5x plus 5. So since it's supplementary, we know it's going to be 180. It's going to equal 60 plus 5x plus 5. I'm going to solve it now by subtracting, well, first I'm going to combine like terms. So 60 and 5 is 65 plus 5x equals 180, right? So I subtract 65 from both sides. I'm kind of running out of space. I need to, yep, I can do that. Thank God. Subtract 65 on both sides. Yes, I'm very happy. I got my Christmas gifts. So thank God for that. Always good to get Christmas gifts. So 180 minus 65 gives me 115. If I divide both sides by 5, x is going to equal 23. But we need to figure out specifically what is this angle right here. So I know since x equals 23, I can do 5 times 23 plus 5. 5 times 23 is give me 115. And 115 plus 5 gives me 120. So this guy here is equal to 120 degrees. And that makes perfect sense, right? Because 120 plus 60 is indeed 180 degrees. Oops, sorry about that. I mean, I was thinking I was going to go to the next one. Let me just go ahead and tap on this icon and go to the next page. All right, now we take things a step further. Same thing again. This is on a straight line. So because it's a straight line, that makes this supplementary. And for supplementary, we know it's going to be 180 degrees. Supplementary. So the key information is that obviously we have the 60 degrees they gave us. We have, oh no, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm doing the wrong one. Don't even worry about it. I just did that one. Shoot. Go right here. Perfect. Oh my God, that's way better. There we go. So here is where it gets a little bit tricky. Oh, someone just sent me a text. So the kind of angles these are, guys, this is going to be a complementary angles. What are you going to say? Well, how do you know it's complementary? Well, if you simply, deduce, right? All these angles here are less than 90. Well, I won't say less than 90. Let me say that these angles here are equal to, basically, yeah, you can say they're less than 90. But they're saying, oh, it is less. It is. Yeah, it is less than 90. Because this right here, X, Y, Z is 50 degrees, basically, right? So if it's 50 degrees, it's also going to be an acute type of angles we're messing with. Our key information is the 30 degrees we have, right? The fact that, let me actually make it easier by actually writing out the actual measurement number. So the measurement of angle Y, so WYZ, yeah, WYZ is 30 degrees. The measurement of angle XYW is equal to 2x, right? So my equation is I'm going to take both of those and make them equal to 50 degrees. So 50 is going to equal 30 plus 2x. So I go ahead and subtract 30 on both sides. So 20 equals 2x. Yes, I'm playing EDM music in the background. Divide by 2. So 10 equals x. Bam. So since 10 equals x, I can just do 2 times 10 for the 2x, right? Which is 20. So we know this guy here is 20 degrees. And 30 plus 20 is, of course, going to be 50. Good. Now go to the third page. Oh, Lord, more of it. Oh. Let's think about math. Like, it never stops. Like, numbers go on forever. So does math. All right, so on this one here, on 3x and 147, these are vertical angles. I want to use a darker color than that. The vertical angles. And we know vertical angles are equal to one another. So we know that vertical angles are going to be equal to one another. By the way, we know that since we have 147, it's going to be obtuse. So one's going to be obtuse. So this is going to be my obtuse angle, because that's obviously greater than 90 degrees. They're both going to be obtuse. And if they're vertical angles, they're equal to one another. So basically, I know that they're going to be equal. Oops, let me erase that. That is so ugly. I'm embarrassed of myself there. So equal because they are vertical. Both are vertical. There we go. So I'm going to have 147 equals 3x minus 3. So I go ahead and add 3 to both sides to get 150 is equal to 3x. Divide both sides by 3, so x equals 50. So there's my solution. So x is 50. I'm going to stop it at there. Because if I can check my work too, right? If I do 3 times 50, replace the x here, minus 3. So that's 150 minus 3, which is, of course, 147. Now, the types of angles we have here is that we know that since this guy here is less than 90, we really have an acute angle, right? And then, by the way, these are not even going to be complementary because they don't even add up to 90. Okay, so since we know that the measurement of angle YWZ is 27, and the measurement of angle XYW is equal to 3x. So I basically have to take both of them and add them up together to give me 60. So 60 is going to equal 3x plus 27. I subtract 27 from both sides, so 60 minus 27 should be 33. Oh, sorry, 60 minus 27. Yeah, it's 33. So 33 is equal to 11 to 3x. Divide both sides by 3, so your x is equal to 11. Now here, on number 3, again, these are vertical angles because they are literally right on top of each other. Right here, see? Vertical. Oh, wait, whoa, wait. I made a mistake. Ooh, no, they're not on top of each other. They're right next to each other. So if they're right next to each other, they are on this line right here. So that makes them supplementary angles. If they're supplementary, they have to add up to be 180 degrees, right? So that means I'm going to have to take the fact that you have, so you're going to add both to equal 180. So I know I need the space. I'm going to go down. So 180 is going to equal 1/2 x minus 12 plus 48. So I'm going to do my math down here, where it's a whole lot less messy. 180 is equal to 1/2 x. Not plus, that should be a minus 12. Yeah, minus 12. Plus 48. I'm going to take negative 12 plus 48. So the signs of difference, I'm going to subtract. 48 minus 12 should be 36. So it's going to be 1/2 x minus 36, right, is equal to 180. I'm going to go ahead and add 180 to both. I'm sorry, add 36 to both sides. Sorry, I don't like that. I don't like gray. I like black, black. There we go. I love my colors. So 1/2 of x is equal to 180 plus 36, which gives me, oops, 216. Now, when it says one half of x here, just multiply both sides by 2. So it goes away. So if I do that times 2, it's 432 is equal to x. So x is equal to 432. Cool stuff, right? Oh man, that is brutal. Wait, is that even? Yeah, half of x. So yeah, x equals. So let me actually check my work. I want to check my work on this because I don't think I did this right. So if x is equal to 432, let's see something. I don't think that's right. 48. Oh my god, I did. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. So you know the mistake I made, like a moron. I did not, and this is pretty obvious to me here. Now looking back at this here, I did not combine like the properly. This should be plus 36. That's why I was like that. That does not look right. That's 1/2 x. I want to get my colors exactly right. Oh, I love my colors. Yeah, that's 1/2 x. There we go. Equals 180. There we go. Now that's going to look much better. Now I can subtract both sides from 36. When I do that, this goes away. Bring down to 1/2 x. And 180 minus 36 is 144. If I multiply both sides by 2, because the 2 is on the bottom to go away, I'm going to have 288 as my answer. Yeah. Oh, God, that sounds terrible. Background, I don't know what that even is. Go. So x is equal to 288. Now I can check my work to make sure I actually did it right. I'm going to check work here in black. If I check work in black here, x equals 288. I'm going to do 1/2 of 288 minus 12. I know half of 288 is 144. Minus 12 is 132, I believe. 144 minus 12. Yeah, 132. Now if I add that to 48, right? That's what I initially had in the other angle. I do get 180. So this does check out to be fine. Cool stuff, right? Do I have one more? Do I have this last one? Oh, I do have another one after this. Oh my gosh. No, I did this to myself. I have no one to blame but myself. So this one right here, these are complementary angles. And if they're complementary, we know that that means that they add up to be 90 degrees, right? And you can also tell because this is also a right triangle. And right triangles add up to be 90 degrees as well. I mean, not add up. Right triangle starts off, the biggest angle is 90 degrees. So our key information is that we're going to have 90. So we're going to have both angles add up to be 90 degrees. So my equation, I'm going to have 90 is equal to 39 plus 5x minus 1. So I'm going to do my math down here. 90 is equal to 39 plus 5x minus 1. Start by combining like terms. So 39 minus 1 is 38. Five x equals 90. And then we'll subtract 38 on both sides. When I do that, this goes away, bring down the 5x. Where's my calculator? Yeah, that's right. It's 52. Then I divide both sides by 5, and I'm going to get a decimal here, which I'm not a fan of at all. I don't. If I get a decimal as answer, I'm typically thinking, okay, I did something wrong, right? So we're going to have to, very importantly, we have to check our work here. So 52 divided by 5 is going to be 10.4. So we're going to check our work because I don't believe that's true. We're going to check work. Lamb of God playing in the background. So we have 5x minus 1, right? So we're going to do 5 times 10.4 minus 1. So 5 times 10.4. Yeah, that's weird. So that's 52. And 52 minus 1 is 51. So if this guy here is 51 degrees, and I do 51 plus 39, I do get, oh, not 30, yeah, 39, I get 90 degrees. So our work checks out fine. Even if I got a decimal, I still got the right answer. Yay. Okay, now this is the last one. Okay. A lot of these are similar to what I've been doing, but some of them are a little bit different. I'm going to do one that is a bit different. Number one is the same thing. You're going to do 90 is equal to 47 plus 2x minus 3. I'm going to blow through this real fast. So 90 is equal to 44, because 47 minus 3 is 44 plus 2x. I'm going to subtract 44 from 90, which is 46. And half of 46 is going to be 23. There we go. Now on number 2, these are actually vertical angles. I'm going to make them equal to one another, right? These are vertical angles. In fact, I'm going to have to do it in a different color. I love my colors. So these are vertical angles. So you're going to make them equal to one another. So 82 is going to equal 5y minus plus 12. Subtract 12 on both sides. I get 70 is equal to 5y. Divide both sides by y, by 5. So 70 divided by 5 gives me 14. Ooh, love it. Now on these ones here, on number 3, notice on number 3 that this angle here and this angle here lie on this vertical line, right? So vertical line means that it's going to be 180, which makes them supplementary. So 180 equals 115 plus 4n minus 5. Remember, I'm going to take both of them, add them up to be 180. Combine like terms first. So 180 is going to equal 110 plus 4n. I subtract 110 on both sides to get 70 is equal to 4n. I think I'm right. Let me make sure I'm right. Yeah, 70, I divide both sides by 4. It's weird. 70 divided by 4 gives me a decimal, 17.5. I don't think that's right, but let me check. I have to check my work. Because even though I have doubts on my own self, you know, I can take that with me to the grave. So let me check my work. I'm going to do n is 17.5. So I'm going to do 4 times 17.5. Replace the n right here, right? 17.5 minus 5 is 70. And 70 minus 5 is 65. So this guy here is 65 degrees. So if I go ahead and do the add them up, 115 plus 65, I get 180 degrees. So yes, this checks out perfectly fine. It's always good to be able to check your work if you get a decimal, because those are the ones that like can give a lot of people a lot of like, you know, like PTSD, like, oh my gosh, am I doing this right? All right, on this one here, they're saying that this angle XYZ So all of this right here is equal to 110, right? So I'm going to do 110 is equal to 3x plus 2 plus 72, right? So 110 is going to equal 3x, 72 plus 2 is 74. I'm going to subtract 110 minus 74, which gives me 36. Oh no. 36 equals 3x, so that means 12 is equal to x. Now the last one here, I'm simply going to take them both and make them equal to one another, because these are directly both vertical angles on number 5. 5n equals 35. Divide both sides by 5, so n equals 7. And I am finally done. Oh my gosh. I'm exhausted. Believe it or not, I am tired. I am so ready for the break to start. Please, if you guys have any questions, you can always text me from Google Voice for help. And also book me for tutorials if you need to. You guys take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season, and I'll see you guys in class on the 3rd of January. Happy New Year. Bye.